Very good day, folks. Wherever you are, in Australia, not in Australia, that you could be anywhere. That my name is Wade, one of the organisers of the Festival of King Island, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Festival of King Island today. And I need, then, of course, the president of the Festival of King Island, all the way in Brussels, but Zoom helps us. Kim, how you going? It's morning for you now, evening here.
Yeah, thanks for getting me out of bed, Wade. Very good.
Oh well, you have to get up now and again. That it's what it's like. And I have to say that you're heading towards winter. We're heading towards summer. But then, at the Festival of King Island in February is your little winter outing, isn't it? To come back to the island, have a bit of summer.
Yeah, my wife is always very jealous because it's the short, dark, wet days here, and so I managed to escape the worst of the European winter. And
Yeah.
when I get back here, it's all a little bit better. So it's actually, yeah, it's really good timing for me, but terrible timing for my wife and family. Still haven't seen the festival after all these years just because of the timing.
Well, we better do some more filming then, so at least we can share it too, and you can take it home and show them. Because I'll tell you what, already we're only November, and then people think, oh, that's still a long way to go. 96, 97 days or whatever. We're under 100 now. That before we hit 13th and 14th of February. But we already. This is what people might not realize. And you explain. When does the next festival start? Organizing.
Well, in theory, it would be nice, not nice, but we should really start in March. But we typically kick off around April. Yeah, so it's quite short after I mean, it still takes us a couple of weeks after the festival, each festival, to sort of wrap up, thank everybody, put stuff away, make sure everything's in good order for the start of the next year. Then we don't want to talk to one another for a little bit. We have a little break, and then yeah, then it's back into it very early in the year. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's something people, I guess, don't have to realize because why would they? They just want to have a fun weekend. That's it. But it's yeah to organize a lot of things and can we say, Kim, that living in a on a small island and like with performers, hey, when most performers they go and play at a festival, hop in the car, go there, and that's it, do their gig, have a drink, and go back home again. Where here we are isolated. We're always battling a little bit with flights and accommodation and well, let's be honest, there's a lot more organizing than when we lived in Melbourne or Brisbane or Sydney, isn't there?
Yeah, somebody was made the observation to me the other day. It said it's a bit for the artists, it's a bit like Club Med because what we do is we organize the flights wherever they're coming from, the accommodation, we give them a car, and we make sure that everything's set up so they can have a really good time. So it's a bit like Club Med for artists, which is a little bit different to. And the reason we do that is because we don't have the money to pay for them, and we'd never be able to afford to pay them anything like what they're normally able to ask in other events. But if you compare that with other events they'll just give them they'll give them money and then that's it. And the bands have to sort out their flights and accommodation and the rest of it. And and then you see them sort of sleeping in the back of their camper van or whatever, just to maximize the value that they get out of that and try and So this is quite a different sort of experience for them as well, and it's one of the attractions for the Festival of King Island. We really lay it on for the artists because we're not able to pay.
Well, yeah, it simply is. That now there's lots we can talk about. Today we're going to have a bit of a chat about some of the what we call not local away bands that will come to the festival. We also every year we have a number of people on the island and people that lived on the island that have formed bands and duos that we give an opportunity to play again at the festival. But one of the performers from away that we have locked in now is Stuart Barton. Stuart is from originally from Canberra. I spoke to Stuart for the first time for King Island Radio 4 years ago, I think it was, during COVID, when he released his debut single "You Are Beautiful." And what I liked was his he was very inspiring. He was get up and go. He's a young bloke. He's indigenous, like I said, from Canberra, and he got involved with indigenous music programs. at the working with the Goulburn Aboriginal Youth Corporation in Waniasa in the ACT. And he worked from that and built himself up, and he's even come to a stage now inspiring other young and new musicians, which I think it's great. And he's a bit of a mix, actually. It's we could call it country, but it's not. It's yeah, folk. There's a little bit rock. It has a little bit of everything. And when you read the magazines and that have written about him, they compare him a little bit with Keith Urban, Paul Kelly, even a bit of NXS, Bruce Springsteen. I think it's always difficult to say. It's yeah. What do you compare somebody with? But I have to say that let's give people a bit of an idea that because the follow-up single that he put out was it's a bit more mellow. Is Waiting on You, and here, folks, we'll push the button and have a bit of a listen and a watch.
It's past midnight, waiting on your call, wondering if you're even gonna ring at all. Did you not want to talk to me, or did you just fall asleep? In these times, heads running around. I don't mind waiting on you if it means staying up all night till the morning light. I don't mind waiting on you, taking hours to reply, then I'm checking every file. I don't mind.
Well, that was Stuart Barton and Waiting on You. We're going to wait on Stuart and his crew and band to come to the island. Now, Kim, tell me a little bit more about where do we get performers from? It's like, how do we chase them? It's like, do we focus on Tasmania, which we are part of, or do we just look everywhere? How do we do that?
Nationally. So we have had international artists, but we're not able to organise flights for them. So that's one of the restrictions. So it's basically all around Australia. And I was just looking at some of the artists we've already locked in. We're sort of coming from almost all over the country. Nobody from WA at the moment. But like the next person I'd like to introduce would be Anthea. She comes from Orange. But you know, there's others from Brisbane. We'll talk about later on. Melbourne, Tassie. There's mixed bands that are a bit mixed. They're made up from some artists in Tassie, some in Sydney. So the musicians really are a mixed mob from all over the country, and we bring that together. Because one of the other things we try and do is have a blend of styles as well. We're not just a folk festival or a rock festival or a blues festival. We're trying to cater for the whole community, so we have a range of music, and the style of it sort of varies as you go through the day. Yeah, so anyway, the big range of music, and on that theme, maybe it'd be worth talking about Anthea. So Anthea is a young musician from the Orange region. She was probably about 10 years old when she started learning the fiddle and the violin. And we'll get to see some of that amazing talent when she's playing during the festival. So very, very lively, strong vocals, and quite a country style, I would say, to her music. And in terms of comparison, I didn't have anyone to compare her with, Wade. I mean, for people to get a feel.
She must be doesn't compare with anything.
Yeah, okay. But she's an up and coming artist, and we're expecting a really good performance from her. And so maybe we can watch the video of Anthea with I Can Handle the Time.
Kinda strange sitting love the way you think. Don't worry about what you let slip, and I don't gotta fight you. So tell me just what's weighing on your mind. Yeah, tell me just what's weighing on your mind. I can handle the truth. Come on and tell me it all. I wanna know everything that makes you who you are.
So that was Anthea with I Can Handle the Time. Great little single there. So really looking forward to seeing Anthea perform on stage. Yeah, Wade, I don't think we've ever had such a broad range of artists in terms of locations where they're coming from this year. How are we going to handle that, actually?
Well, I think flights is always going to be our biggest thing. That we often get the question, must be difficult to find performers to come to the island, and no, easy. We have a waiting list, and I think this is also very crucial, is that because we're such a friendly place, family affair, relaxed. Performers are not dropping in for an hour and then gone again. No, they stay here for a couple of days. And now, how many bands, performers have said, can I come back? When can I come back? We do have, and we're going to talk about one a little bit later too, we do have performers that do come back after a few years. Sometimes we have a performer maybe 2 years in a row, and then that's it. But I think it's always, if we let everybody come across who wants to come back again, God, it's going to be a festival for 2 weeks at least. It's simple as that. And that's impossible, of course. But yeah, I think that, well, we got people, like you said, Orange, Canberra, Brisbane, Sydney, Wollongong, Hobart, Flinders Island. So, yeah, from all over the place.
Yep. Fig Tree, even.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I really enjoy the fiddle there, bit of fiddle music, and I know my mum and dad will love that also. Do we have any other artists like that coming?
Well, then
that sort of style.
I had a different band in mind, but I'll stick with you with the fiddle because you had a bit of fiddle you mentioned. Another band we're going to have, and the name might sound funny to people, are the Stovies. We never really had Celtic, Irish sort of music at the festival. So we decided this year that let's go to a bit more Celtic, Scottish, Irish. And I came across a musician, Graham McColgan. He's from Scotland. And he formed a band with 2 friends called the Stovies. They tour all around Australia. The repertoire is all about Scottish, Irish, Australian folk. So I have a feeling that might attract a bit more older sort of crowd. Because how often do we hear on this island, it is a family affair, but how many older people say, nah, that's for young folks? Well, excuse me, people, we tried to do, and well, don't want to say please everybody, but we like to have a variety of different performers, different bands. And yeah, you could almost jump from Celtic to rock, but that's the world of music. And we tried to pack that into a weekend of the Festival of King Island. And well, for those if you're curious now, with the Stovies, going to play one of their songs, and it's called Hard Times Come No More. Well, wouldn't that be nice?
There's a song that will linger for
Okay, so that was the Stovies with Hard Times Come No More. Great little gig, and I think it's not just going to be the oldies that they'll have up dancing. In fact, they've actually said there's another music style they might try out with us and have everybody up. Wait, do you remember what that style is? It was something I'd never heard of before.
We had a time also that, we still do actually, that we have a festival where we have yoga, but I have a feeling that this might be yoga on drugs, to be brutally honest. I'm not sure, but that could well be happening.
Possibly, but I think we'll probably find ourselves with a bit of almost line dancing going on there at some point during the festival. So that'll be a bit of fun.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that, but not completely. But anyway, they made the promise that they're going to practice some things that will relate to the island. Now, King Island, people know high waves and big winds sometimes, so that who knows what they're going to do. That you never know. That now we did mention Kim also performers from Tasmania, hey, besides our own local performers. That now we got a band coming from the capital of Tasmania, Hobart.
Yeah, Hobart, the Big Smoke. So Jackson the Wayward. So they've been here a couple of times before, and you're going to ask me which years. I think it was. Oh, I'll get that wrong.
I don't remember.
It's-
I think it's the third time that they're coming back, but a
Yeah,
5 years. Yeah.
yeah. So I've been here a couple of times. Great energy. So Jackson the Wayward, with Jackson, amazing vocalist, very powerful, and Malcolm on the guitar. They really put on a really great show, and the high energy will have them later, sort of in the second half of the festival. So when everyone's probably had a
No,
better not say that.
we're going to say that by the time that people are getting more and more happy because
I was gonna-
nights.
by the time everyone's sort of ready to get up and dancing, they'll certainly have the music ready for everyone to get up on the dance floor. So really high energy. They love the island. We had some amazing feedback from the band each time they've come over. They really fall in love with King Island and begging us every year to come back. We're sort of, having to not let them come back every year, but we're really happy to have them back. And so, yeah, we'll be really looking forward to have them. And Wade, I'm not sure what song we've got lined up.
It sounds a bit like, well, I'm not sure. It's not dog food or whatever, but the song that I picked was Chunky.
Let's listen to Chunky then from Jackson the Wayward.
Run like the wind, don't fly too high. Roar like a cat to chase the sky, like you wanna know why you like to howl at the moon while holding hearts like it's some kind of fragile art. And yeah, man, I'm torn apart. Stand up, sit down, stand upside down. Take a chance, take a plane to Happy Town. Yeah, when I do what you say, what we mean by where the fuck are you? Yeah, have a bite, have a taste, have a little bit of something new. Stuck in my ways, turned inside out, tongue-tied in days. So you could say, my fingers on the pulse and I'm living. Now when you're down on your knees and you're in chains, are you still gonna lie? If you wanna run the race, you gotta chase each life with human eyes. Well, it's too dark now.
Now, Kim, we were talking about bands and bands wanting to come back and having a good time and dance and party. I think it's one of the key elements, isn't it? How we choose the performers that come to our festival. It's not necessarily that you are a well-established name or band or whatever. One of the key elements is, are you going well with your crowd? Are you a crowd pleaser? You talk and work with the crowd? Are you energetic and get up and go? Because by the end of the day, that's what people, particularly when they're happy or at the end of the night, that's what people enjoy, isn't it?
Well, I think, there's different styles during the day, and not everyone's going to be up dancing the whole day. But certainly we've had some amazing performers that have reached out to us, and when we look at it, look, really love their music, but it's not really suited to the big stage festival type environments, where you really do need to engage with the crowd. It's not just about great music, it's about really engaging with the crowd. whether it just be telling a story or getting them up to dance or just, basically any sort of involvement. And some people really are naturals at that. Some have worked hard and have become good at. Others are probably very focused on the music and great studio music, but probably not going to be the most engaging in the festival. So that's one of the things we really look forward for is bands that are really going to engage with the crowd, get involved, get the people basically happy to be participating with them.
Yeah, because I think it's also a little bit that being a smaller festival and being quite unique, what we have here, to give upcoming artists a platform. They really enjoy that. I've noticed over the years now that they really have a good time. That be not a band sort of pushed away on the poster right at the bottom or whatever. But here on King Island, family friendly happening. I'm one of the, let's call them, bigger names.
Yeah, and we've had artists like, if I think of Medanit, wasn't very well known when we had her there, and young artists, and put on one of the best performances we've had on the stage at Focky. Really engaged. Everybody, all ages, loved it, even though her style of music was clearly focused more at the younger crowd. The older crowd really enjoyed it too. So so it's just great when you see these young up and coming performers having an opportunity to show their stuff, and some just kick it out of the park, and it's amazing to watch. And it's really, everyone who gets to experience that really comes away and thinks, yeah, that was great.
And just to make clear, hey, for those who don't know the festival that well, when we say Focky, we don't swear.
We're not swearing. No, it's Festival of King Island.
So actually, we should say folky, isn't it? Well, what?
We did have long debates at the start. How do we pronounce this thing? And I'm not sure we all agreed, and I'm not sure we still even say it the same way. But
yeah, Festival of King Island. Yeah, okay. I can't think of another K. Can you?
No. Okay.
I find that difficult. But hey, do you like the blues music?
I love the blues. Not all the blues, but yeah, there's some blues I really love. Yeah.
And let's say that we haven't had too much blues yet since 2013 at the festival, is it?
No, just one or two. Oh, you're
Yeah.
gonna make me.
All right. Well, we're gonna bring you some blues. And some people call this band blues style loud, brash, juke joint dancing blues. Does that make sense to you, or was that a drunk person you think who wrote that article?
I don't know what you're smoking.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit like that. The musicians have been around for a long, long time, but it took till 2023 to put out their first EP. And then in 24, they released a self-titled album. The name of the album is Phil Coyne and the Wayward Aces. And that's also the name of the band. That they're almost like a mid-50s Chicago style. There's a lot of strong harmonica leads, very driving rhythm, high energy. Like we said, we love the high energy. And somebody also described their sound as the tone and fury of classic blues meets rockabilly swing and garage surf drive.
Garage what?
That's another mouthful. A lot of people love to come to King Island and do some surfing, so surfing is part of it then. But anyway, I'll stop waffling here. Festival is in the middle of summer. I'm going to play Phil Coyne and his mates, and the song is called Summertime.
I'm
All right, people, that was a little bit of blues. And if you think it's Chicago blues or Houston or Dallas or Texas, or whatever, it's blues. And Phil is going to be here with his crew next year on the 13th and 14th of February. Now, Kim, early days, the festival started selling early bird tickets so people could save a little bit of dollars. That has closed now. The process is still going. I guess people can buy tickets already if they want to, isn't it?
Sure, Wade. We've the tickets are on sale on the website, so www.focky.com.au. There are Friday tickets which are $40. Saturday is $50. You can buy the two for $75, so a really good discount there for buying the full weekend. Kids under 18, it's just $2 just for the bracelet. And yeah, so tickets.
Calculation there. If we look at, because we're still going to have a few more bands that we're going to try and get and come in, if I work it out quickly, because we usually have about 14, 15 bands, performers, da 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 da, that works out. And if you come and join us for the whole weekend, you pay about $4.50 per gig per performer.
Yep. Well, actually, even more because sometimes some of those artists double up. So performance-wise, we probably have closer to 20 performances. So yeah, it's very cheap.
It's like a round figure. People, you don't pay $5 for any performer that you're going to see there when you're.
Yeah. And, people on the island know that the cost of going away to any other festival is huge in terms of flights, accommodation, maybe transport that you need. Even once you get there, the price of the tickets are probably 3 times the price of what we're charging, the price of every beer, the price of the food, etc. So that's one of the things at Focky. We try and keep all those prices down. We're trying to make it available for everybody to come along, or as many people as possible. We don't want the cost of tickets to be the reason why people are not coming. But clearly we have expenses we've got to cover. And so, yeah, that's why we've got that pricing there, which is so low compared to just about every other festival you might look at around Australia.
Yeah, but how is it going financially then for the festival? Because so many festivals sort of go down, stop. You look at the numbers everywhere, and not small ones, even bigger
Yeah,
ones.
all huge number of them.
do we-
It's yeah, Wade, it's really worrying. When we're hit by a number of those things that's hit them, so the cost of insurance, the cost of security, all the costs, and we have a lot more, as I mentioned earlier, we have a lot more costs because we're paying for the flights, we're paying for accommodation and the hire car, although very good discounts with King Island car rental. But still, yeah, it's lots of costs. So all those costs have gone up. It has been hard. We're keeping our nose above water, and actually for 2026, we've really had a huge amount of support coming from the Tasmanian state government via Events Tasmania. They've come in and basically said, look, guys, we're going to recognise you as a major event for Tasmania, which is very proud to get that recognition. And along with that recognition comes a whole level of support we've never really had before, So not just in terms of cash, which I'll come back to that in a minute, but in terms of coaching, support, networking, connections. And so they've been a huge amount of help. So via Events Tasmania, the Tasmanian state government. And so that grants or set of grants that we've received has actually been used to improve infrastructure. So typically grants, you don't get it to run the festival, to pay for your ordinary everyday costs like the flights, etc., except if you're bringing something special. But what we've been able to achieve is a number of grants to really help us upgrade our lighting, our sound equipment, the marquees. There's a whole heap of things there which will really allow us to put in place an even stronger festival environment. And already the Festival King Island's already known for punching way above our weight. The reason that we have to do a lot of this is we can't afford to ship over equipment 2 weeks before, a week before the festival, because you'd have to do it 2 weeks because of shipping concerns, and a week later. So the cost of just shipping everything over is just not feasible. So the only way to really go around that is to purchase and keep on the island. But it means that infrastructure's on the island for other events throughout the year from other organisers as well.
Anyway, the support we couldn't do without it. Now, we're going to announce one more band, Kim, and then the next time I'm sure we're going to talk about also the local bands that we have, or bands that are related to King Island. Um, as you know, King Island, you grew up here. We have a rough coastline. In the old days, lots of shipwrecks and ships collapsing on the rocks and people losing lives and whatever. Now, interestingly enough, I came across a band not that long ago, and it was not because of their name, because the name doesn't matter to me, but the band is called Reckless Coast. That's very appropriate almost to King Island, isn't it?
Yes, Wade. And actually, as you were saying that, it was making me throw back to, cut this out, but Reckless, the song Reckless. I was trying to think who sang that.
Yeah. That's a
Don't
different.
be so reckless.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's where my brain was going. Anyway, so you want me to say something about Reckless Coast? I thought you were going to.
I was going to do it, but I'm just as happy if you want to say something about it.
Well,
maybe-
I just did all the blah blah before that about Events Tasmania. So maybe you should do this one.
all right. Well, then I blah blah now. I didn't blah blah, but okay, blah blah blah. They're a band from Brisbane. Interestingly enough, they're only a trio: drummer, lead guitar, and bass guitar. And I tell you what, their sound, mate, it's what they call high energy, surf edge rock, roots, reckless, yeah, bits of everything, but really definitely uplifting. And I'm sure a band that people will dance to. And I have to say, their sound with a three-piece band is full on. It's like you think there's more guitars there, but it's a little bit like when you listen to U2 or the Police in the past was also three-piece band, but the sound they create, and yeah, these guys from the Sunshine Coast and Coffs Harbour, a bit of a mix. They're gonna come over to the island. If people want to compare, a bit like Foo Fighters, Bad Dreams, Jet, and yeah, British Grit, they're called. Anyway, there's so many names for bands that sometimes it drives me nuts when I read all those reports when we do radio. But anyway, we're going to have a listen to them, and the song is called Burn Street.
I think of time, it's so true. They come in waves, they always do. There's no point in painting blue, it's true. A happy home has a happy heart. I guess mine was broken from the start. A tiny room had a better hearth, it's true. It's so true. Now this place ain't the same. It's all broken windows and dusty frames, and I have never known what it was truly like to sit alone. And I can't take her home because there's nothing there that I can do on like them sunny days in Burn Street.
Well, people, that's just a few of the names that are going to come to the island that we know of. That definitely they've locked in. They can't wait to come to the island. We've spoken to them. We're going to have a lot more talks to them because, Kim, there's a whole sort of run now to before we get to the festival, isn't it? That bands are locked in, but now the real organizing starts, isn't it?
Well, we haven't finished with the bands, Wade. So there's still probably two more that we're hoping, high level bands that we're hoping to announce soon. So hopefully we'll have another session where we can announce those. But yeah, we're certainly in the home straight in terms of all the organising aspects in the accommodation, flights, etc. Have to say though, I feel we're ahead in terms of a lot of things. There's a few things that are dragging behind, but compared to other years, we're in a good way. So I think 2026 should be a really good festival. Everything's coming together nicely. So we just have to do a bit of few prayers to the rain gods, and we should be in for a great festival.
Well, there you go, Kim. We're going to talk soon again because there's more to come, as we said, and I'm sure there's more news to come too. That because once you organise something and it all progresses things are happening. So I'm sure we'll talk again soon. So enjoy the rest of your day in Europe, in Brussels. Kim George.
Thanks a lot, Wade. Have a great day.
The ocean breeze rolls into town, fires are lit and the sun goes down. The music's loud, the spirit's high, under King Island's glowing sky. Remember the nights of Foggy 24, dance until we couldn't dance no more. The pies of beer, the songs we knew, old friends back and legends grew. Have a fucking good time, raise your voice and sing. Let the bass roll on and the guitars ring. Back in 26, stronger and better, hearts on fire no matter the weather. Yeah, have a fucking good time. From the harbor lights to Curry's Hill, the sound of life, it's never still. Buskers bands and midnight roars, crowds keep coming, wanting more. Under canvas tents, living large with no regrets. Advanced Tasmania lends a hand, supports us now with every band. Have a fucking good time, raise your voice and sing. Let the bass roll on and the guitars ring. Back in 26, stronger and better, hearts on fire no matter the weather. Yeah, have a fucking good time. Fucky 24, that wild old storm, and we begged for more. And now we're here with the crew in flame. Everyone knows Fucky by name. Have a fucking good time, let the good times roll. Festival